Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a story for you here today titled Wife Discovers How Quickly She Can Be Replaced After Divorcing Her Husband. I see a lot of these stories where, the woman will divorce her husband and she will think, oh, it's fine because no other woman is going to want him. He's a loser anyway. He doesn't make much money. Women are never going to be interested in him. But what happens in a lot of these situations is that women actually do find these men attractive. There are women out there who are trying to get with these men who are waiting for this divorce to happen a lot of the times. And so what happens is the women regret leaving their husbands and they realize just how quickly they can be replaced. Because a lot of the times as well, these dudes, they're with their wives because they love them, not because they can't replace them, unlike women, right? The dudes are there because they love their wives, because they want to hold the family together, they want to continue building together. These men oftentimes do have other options, but they choose not to exercise them. So let's jump into this story here. Now, before we jump into today's story, I just wanted to remind you guys that I have set up a second channel, which will be linked in the pinned comment, where I will be covering daily or thereabouts videos of women who are ranting over on TikTok. A lot of you guys have been asking me where have those videos gone, and I've taken a break from making them on the main channel simply because they're so headache inducing. So for the time being, they will be over on the second channel, which will be linked in the video description. Make sure you go and check it out if you are interested. She walked away from an 8-year marriage thinking that I would wait around. I'm a 35-year-old guy. My wife is 34. We were together for nearly a decade. We were married for 8 of those years. I'm a high school teacher and she worked as a vet tech. We first met at a mutual friend's birthday barbecue when we were fresh out of uni. So they, like a lot of other married couples, guys, met through mutual friends. I made a joke about her dropping her burger on the ground, and for some reason that sparked a conversation that lasted 3 hours and things took off from there. We had a calm, functional relationship. No big drama, just two people figuring out adulthood side by side. We moved in together. We had all the routines. We shared the bills, celebrated holidays, the usual. I genuinely believed that we were in it for the long haul. Okay, so he meets this woman out of uni. I think she would have been like, not exactly sure the age here, but the ex-wife is 34. They were together for nearly a decade. So I don't know, 23, 24, 25, something like that is the time when they would have met. I would assume like 25 years of age, and he would have been around 26. So they were married for quite a long while. This was a long-ass marriage, man. Long-ass marriage, 8 years. So around year 7, she started acting different. She became more detached. She gets annoyed over small things like how I folded the laundry or whether we always watch the same shows. She started mentioning her co-workers going out for drinks, how they were all still finding themselves. I encouraged her to do things socially, like go out, take time, explore her own interests. This is the moment when things start to go downhill, okay? Is when you experience like the disrespect and the woman having a bunch of issues over completely and utterly nothing. You know what I mean? Like, this is the time to just wrap it up, in my opinion. Now, a lot of people, they rightfully so, they don't really want to throw away 8 years of marriage. But here's the thing, guys. This kind of behavior is a real slippery slope. You know, the attitude out of nowhere, giving you a hard time over things that make absolutely no sense whatsoever. This is where women will start to make your life a living hell, and things will typically ramp up from this point. He says, then one night she came home late and she didn't want to do this anymore. This being our marriage. No specific reason. Just vague phrases like, I don't know who I am anymore and I need time to rediscover myself. I asked if she wanted to work on things, maybe talk to someone together. She declined. She wanted a clean break. Okay, so she wanted to go out there. She wanted to have her fun. She thought that the husband was a loser, probably. She thought that she could do better. Probably thought that she could go out there and find a guy who didn't split bills with her. Things like this. So we'll see how this goes for her. He says she moved in with a friend, left the dog, and asked for a drama-free divorce. She told me we could maybe reconnect one day, that she just needed space. I think she genuinely believed I would sit in neutral until she figured things out, but I didn't. So let me get this straight. This woman is leaving her marriage of 8 years for some space, right? And she expects him. This is the funny part about this story, man. This has to be the funniest part. She expects this dude to actually sit around and wait for her while she goes out there and hooks up with other men. That is what this woman thinks that this man will do. That is how little respect she actually has to him, has for him, excuse me. And this is how little she actually thinks of him. She's going to go out there, she's going to take her space, ruin the 8-year marriage, and just hope that he's going to be there when she eventually decides to come back. He says, I spent the first few weeks just trying to make it through the day, but I eventually leaned into new routines. I started running before work, something I hadn't done in years. He got into a local photography group, and he took a short solo trip up the coast and realized how peaceful being alone can actually be. He says, and then I met someone. Not on purpose, she worked in the same school district as me. We bumped into each other at a workshop, and her name's Ava. She's grounded, she's creative, and she laughs at my worst jokes. It wasn't dramatic or rushed, just easy, natural, and real. We have been together for a little over a year now. And here's what I think, right? When these dudes go out here and meet someone new, when life starts going better for men, you'll always get those messages from women, those friend requests or them trying to pop up in your inbox, giving you messages like, hey, can we talk, or can we meet up for coffee, or it's been so long, let's have a chat. Because the women just assume that the men are going to respect themselves so little that they are going to allow them to return into the man's life. Do you guys see what I'm saying? And usually this happens after the woman sees that he's doing better. Maybe he has another girlfriend who looks better than her, for example, or younger or whatever. Maybe he gets a promotion. Maybe he starts his own business and it's going well. Maybe he has a better car. Maybe he's moved into a nicer house. And then you'll start to see these women turn around and try and come back into your life. I've seen this happen to so many guys, man. It's absolutely hilarious. He says, my ex reappeared when things were going great. Yep, exactly. About 10 months into dating this woman, she texted me. I've been thinking a lot. Mind if we talk sometime? After that, he didn't answer, and she said, I missed what we had. I think I made a mistake. I met up with her out of curiosity. I swear, these men piss me off so much when they even bother going to meet up with these women, guys. Like, why are you even bothering to meet up with this woman? Oh, I went out of curiosity, or I just, I just wanted to see what would happen. Like, why? Do you not have something better to do with your time? Because to me, this is a net negative. Nothing positive, nothing enjoyable is going to come out of this particular interaction that you're about to have. This guy's life is not about to improve because he goes out there and he talks to his ex-wife. Okay, this dude would probably get a better return on time invested if he were to just watch a football game or something. Like, literally, guys, you could do anything else, even if it's not traditionally productive, and your life would probably be better off than going out there and talking to your ex-wife. I swear to you, man. She looked tired. She admitted that the freedom she chased wasn't what she thought it would be. Casual dating sucked. Yeah, so she went out there. She tried her hand at the dating scene. Every single Chad that she wanted probably didn't want her. That's so funny, guys. Like, whenever I hear women say that dating sucks, I just find it so funny. I really do, because again, it's like a millionaire, okay, complaining that the price of their coffee has gone up. It's the exact same thing. Someone's got like $4.5 million in the bank, and they're like, you know what? Coffee prices are ridiculous. You don't. Yeah, you tell them. You know what I mean? Because she wants the $4.6 million coffee. You see what I'm saying? Casual dating sucks, even though it's super easy for women, mind you. Excuse me as my headphones just turned off. He says the fun wore off for her. She had burned through shallow friendships and realized she was lonelier than ever. She asked if we could talk about trying again. The audacity on women, by the way, guys, like, this woman knows that he has a girlfriend. I guarantee you she knows. And yet she still pitches this. Isn't that insane? Like, she still pitches this knowing full well that this dude has a girlfriend. Hell, that's probably half the reason why she's coming back as well. He says, I told her no. I was not angry, but I was no longer the same person. I had someone who showed up, someone who built with me instead of running when things got hard. And she sat there in a stunned silence. I could see it in her eyes, the realization that I really wasn't waiting for her. So how many years was this? Like 3 years, something like that? I don't recall how many years this woman was gone. But I do find it endlessly funny, guys, how when a woman sees that the man is doing better in life and, you know, she's perhaps not doing so good, now she'll try and come back. But these women, man, I'm telling you, a lot of them just end up getting replaced. A lot of the times the husbands are not waiting around, the boyfriends are not waiting around. Hell, men in general are just kind of done altogether. But hey, keep up that casual dating experience. I hear it's very, very empowering for women these days. Guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.